All right, Apooche's favorite specialist is Speed Specialist. Not surprised at all to see him going for that. I don't
Yeah,
have
go
too
straight
much
for it.
insight on what Bman likes to play, but I'm very surprised by his choice. We have
Yeah,
Mustang Hounds, the new unit coming out.
yeah, really cool. Interested to see how that shakes out for him. B-Man, as our notes tell us, does have a pretty wide variety of things he's willing to play. In my eyes, that means like B-Man streams on Bilibili. I think that tells me like B-Man is a creator. He's playing for content. He's just like saying, you know what? It's cool. It's weird. Let's try it. We ball. You know. So that's my read on B-Man. Is B-Man's like, this is content. Let's do it, and I'm here for it.
In the past, Bman's had a lot of creative comps that he's pulled out time and time again. I am always interested in seeing what Bman comes up with here. And I think I'm not going to be disappointed given the starting pack. This is, I think, not a starting pack I've ever used. Maybe I've used it like once, the Hound Mustang pack.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, might not be very happy to see Arclights on the other side.
Yeah, it does look like he's going the air cheese route there. Goes immediately for the Phoenix. Says, we're not playing this game. We're not playing the I am Mustang on round one game. We're
Yeah,
just going to skip straight to I am Phoenix, and you have no upshooty, so you lose.
and once again, just like the Grip Nakoma, we see kind of a mid-range deployment from B-Man, putting the Mustangs around level with the tower, and the Hounds a little bit further forward than that. It might just be kind of the 201 playstyle at the moment. I have been seeing a lot of deployments like this from 201 players in the last month or so.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about it in the context this like Mustang Hounds deploy specifically?
It's interesting. I personally don't like deploying Hounds further back. I think Hounds are more successful when they're um, as either defensive units or like on the line coming forward, then you protect them with something like a Fortress Bubble later on, perhaps. The fact that the Hounds are deployed in a headbutt here defensively maybe redeems it a little bit. It would be a little awkward, I think, if the Hounds were on the opposite side of the steel balls here. At least here, maybe the Hounds can be a little bit of an obstacle for the balls. Takes a while for steel balls to clear Hound packs sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Even though
But
it's got 5 bodies, it is still very similar to a sledge, so it takes quite a while to clear.
exactly, at least with steel balls. However, the Arclights do an extremely good job at clearing Hounds sometimes, especially if they have a level advantage or if they take the charge shot technology. Charge shot will allow them to one-shot the Hounds, and sometimes you can even kill two at once if you splash correctly.
Yeah, for sure. Hounds definitely have the general trait Mechabellum units that are part of a pack share where they just sometimes clump in a way that's extremely disadvantageous and results in you getting splashed in the next dimension, so for sure, sometimes you get some really nasty ones, especially if you like lock onto the center of the pack. Also notably, Apooche this round immediately going for the intensive training and going straight for a Mustang and making it blue.
I do like blue Mustangs.
I am also a fan of blue Mustangs. I see intensive training, I click blue Mustang, I smile. I feel good things inside. And Apooche agrees. He clicks the blue Mustang, it wins the rounds. Therefore, Apooche has made the objectively correct play. Excellent work. But
B-Man's a little bit in trouble here with these starting specialists, and these starting unit packs.
yeah, definitely
Sorry,
pretty
B-Man
devastating.
has a very disadvantageous starting unit pack compared to Apooche's.
Yeah, and Apooche is also being offered the double intensive, and also there's a fire on offer here for B-Man.
Yeah, I think it's a very difficult choice here, whether you want to take the intensive training or the incendiary bomb to try and stabilize against all these units.
Yeah,
And
especially it's
B-Man
really
does.
spooky if like an enhancement module or like honestly a fair few things show up, like even just I don't know, there's just a lot of things that can go wrong if your opponent has 2 intensives. I don't like being in that situation if I'm B-Man here, but he says, you know what, we don't care, we're clicking the spell, man.
Level
The
9
tempo is
Mustang.
needed. Yep.
Apooche is really taking his time deciding which of these he wants, and he does go for the double intensive.
Says Giga Mustang is all we need. We fear no fire.
You know, we could even go for carry Archites if we have this much intensive training. Archites are good against Bman's entire board. Archite does have a good matchup against Scorpion once it gets something like range and charge shot.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm not sure Apooche has eyes for anything but Mustangs right now, but I definitely agree with you. It does look like a pretty good matchup for the Arclights. Maybe he is also a knower of this, as he has built a second Arclight. Maybe to tank for the Mustangs that he prizes so highly. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, the left side looking very good for Apooche. Gonna dodge the fire over there. It could even be that Bman burns a lot of his units, and then these Mustangs can clean up quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a really good situation potentially on offer here for Apooche if the board does not turn. Ooh, it's not turning.
Oh, okay, so all of B-Man's small units are dead now. Oh, and Apooche's Mustang split, so maybe he'll get tower debuff with the Mustangs in position, but maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not
Scorpion's there just in
sure.
time.
Yeah, it looks like the split was not advantageous for Apooche, but either way, it saves a humongous amount of HP here with all of
But
B-Man's board
B-Man
blocking the
really
fire.
needed to stop the bleeding, and that's a lot of XP with those blue Mustangs and steel balls.
Yeah, absolutely. Sadly for B-Man, looks like none of his Mustangs did level off that, though.
Ooh. Yeah, they're all like 80% of the way there.
Yeah, also a lot of deploys this drop. All 2 or 3. Apooche goes to Storms. I guess those are rather good versus
It makes
B-Man's board.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stormcallers can definitely kill soul units like Scorpions.
Yeah, how do you feel about them versus the Hounds also? I feel like they splash them pretty effectively.
I think so too, yeah. And Apooche um, is going to have to deal with more air. B-Man heading towards perhaps a little bit of an air comp here with the new Phantom Ray picked up.
Yeah, sort of reminiscent of some games that we saw earlier today with Saracha, playing the Rays versus the Mustang boards, looking super strong.
Yes. Yeah, Sarah really enjoys these air-focused compositions. I wonder if it's something B-Man's been trying out as well.
Yeah, very interested to know, and interested to see how it palettes this as well. It is a much more defensive orientation of the Rays than Sarah was playing earlier today, but regardless, it is still Rays versus Mustangs. I don't think he picked up the armor this turn, though, so these are just going to be naked Phantom Rays that are blue, walking to some Giga
True,
Mustangs.
but if you look at the left side of the board,
Yep, it do be collapsing. That is a dead tower. Timing doesn't look too incredible. It's pretty good, though, for B-Man.
just a huge value missile killed basically the entire pack of Mustangs. Allows B-Man to get into that tower.
For sure. Good call out on that one. I was staring at the right side of this board and reminiscing about Saracha, but excellent call on the missile that killed the whole board. That might be pretty good. Great missile from B-Man. Good time by play.
Yeah, probably Apooche is going to be careful about that going forward.
For
Laser
sure.
sight coming out, haste module, fortified Mustang if you want it, but often people don't like fortified Mustang in a Mustang mirror where range is usually very important.
Yeah, also in a Mustang mirror, just in terms of like the Mustang 1v1, the last time I labbed that matchup, it didn't really seem like it made a difference either way, with or without HE. With AP, it kind of just seemed like a wash, so you're kind of nuking your Mustang range in favor of making them better chaff is where it sits in my eyes.
Yeah, it can definitely be very helpful if there's a lot of fire too.
For
It
sure.
can allow them to survive fire on the ground for quite a while.
Yeah, you know, fun fact, I was told once, this is cursed knowledge by the way, so close your ears if you don't want to hear this, but I was told once that I think a level 8 normal non-fortified Mustang can survive fire with nano. So use that information as you will.
I think you convinced me to do that once. I
Did
don't
I?
know. Or
Oh.
maybe it was absorption module.
Oh,
One
I
of the
think I did
two.
convince you to do that. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I'm told an absorption module Mustang can also survive fire. I think it's like level 7. This is totally relevant information, I promise. It is
As
very
long as
applicable
it
to your
has
games.
something to actually attack. That is
Indeed.
a bit of a
Indeed.
requirement.
Yeah, and speaking of things to attack, the armor rays are in fact not attackable, despite what you may believe. They do not take any damage from Apooche's board. The
Well, the
Phoenixes,
Poochie now
though,
is Phoenixes.
they do certainly do some things to the rays. Bman does
Poochie
telegraph this
actually
ray
is
commit
quite
quite well.
well known for enjoying Mustang Phoenix. He's played Mustang Phoenix many times in the past, often winning the game without buying any sort of tank for them.
Indeed. Yeah, definitely a big Phoenix enjoyer for sure. Also a fan of Wraith Phoenix.
Ooh. Okay, just barely killed that Scorpion before the tower went down. But we'll see. How does Apooche want to tank for his army? Is he going to get something beefy like a fortress? They're like certainly not providing one.
Yeah, it looks like none of this is too appealing, I don't feel. Just goes to the Raiden, says these are good at clearing hounds perhaps, maybe just goes to the cell instantly, we'll see.
Raiden's also clear Phantom Rays.
Yeah, definitely good at clearing at 3 to 5 body packs, especially with armor. Pretty effective.
Once again, we see the level 3 Farseer come out. Level 3 Farseer once again placed on the weak side, and it may be taking tower once again.
Yeah, definitely maybe be seeing
Deja
this level
vu.
3. Yeah, very deja vu, right? Maybe seeing the level 3 Farseer just solo the game once again. Hope not, though, for Poochie's sake. Surely you saw last game, saw this coming. The writing is on the wall. Level 3 Farseer is coming for you.
True. Level 3 Farseer, quite tanky. Has 41,000 HP. That's like more HP than that Raiden.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it in terms of, like, that's a fortress, right? Like, this
Yeah,
level 2 Mustang
basically.
and Arclight, they're not killing a fortress, so it's kind of doomed over there.
It's a fortress, but it's fast and does more damage.
Yeah, and is also decent at clearing, like, light units, so
And
it's
shoots
sounding
air.
pretty bad. Yeah,
It
and it
has more
shoots up.
range.
This Farseer unit might be a little okay, perhaps, with some tempo, you know? Maybe not to commit to, but it's got some great tempo.
Yeah. Farseer drops are often very strong. But let's see. Apoochie's gonna need that left side to hold on for long enough for his right side to clean up as much as it can.
Yeah, looks like it's actually working pretty well this rounds. No
Yeah,
really
the
early
left side
collapse.
actually did stall just long enough. And B-Man's gonna lose most of his units before he takes the tower.
Yeah, definitely does not look like our last game where the level 3 Farseer is instantly taking the tower and deciding the whole round. Instead, we got the Giga Mustang and Giga Phoenix coming in to maybe clean
And you
this.
know what can kill a Farseer? Level
Yep.
3 Phoenix.
Yep, indeed. And I think you talked about earlier, Apooche is a fan of the elite marksman. Let's see if he has it in the bar here.
Ooh, I forgot to look at his Phoenix text. Oh, he does have charge shot now.
Apooche goes the advanced targeting, by the way.
Yeah, this
And yeah, he
is
does.
not at all what I am used to from Poochie's Phoenix text. Maybe trying out some new techs. Maybe he decided he likes the quantum reassembly. I
Yeah.
think the quantum shield range combo is something we were talking about earlier that a lot of people have been playing with lately.
For sure. I mean, he also could have heard us talking about how he enjoys launch overload and likes playing elite, and he's just, you know what? We can't have any of that. They can't say right things. We got to make them wrong. Caster scarce, you know?
Exactly. Casters can't be right about my text.
That is impossible. We have to be unpredictable. Nobody can understand what is going on. But Apooche very clearly understands what's going on. He's got the Giga Phoenix, Giga Mustang, and they are doing some really good stuff. Last turn, the Giga Mustang is top damage, and also top damage throughout the game and top clear, and the Giga Phoenix is seconds on both those stats as well, other than clear.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised by the anti-missile device. Anti-missile device does shoot down Phantom Ray attacks, but the Phantom Rays were kind of getting destroyed last round. So
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
did
if
take
it's
a while to
needed.
clear, though. Maybe he's just concerned with keeping his Giga Mustang and Phoenix alive a little bit longer. Obviously expect the Mustang pack to die to the fire here unless, I don't know, left side collapses really, really early. Even then the tower died too fast, so I find it a bit strange, too, to commit to that. Although it looks like it's going to work out just fine, considering
Oh,
that it looks like
Poochie's
the boy's going to die.
Phoenixes have been doing so much work, but not quite enough this round.
Yep. And Apooche has not punished the commit to the anti-missile as well. It is still there on the board this turn.
Very nice. And unit drop show up. We've got a lot of giants this time. No giants previous round. This time both players take the level 2 fortress. Apooche was needing some sort of tank, and Bman says, you know, I never tech the scorpions. Time to replace them with big scorpions.
For sure. Basically, is what a fort is. It's a big scorpion with a bubble. Or in the case of B-Man, actually, I'm sorry, I lied. Casters cannot be right about things. B-Man does not have bubbles, he has anti-air barrage. That is very different. In fact, he can even buy bubbles. Maybe it's similar that way, I don't know. But Apooche does have the elite marksman fortresses like we were talking about earlier. Does also have launcher overload and range. He's exceptionally good fort dueling techs, and B-Man has double shots, which, you know, it's a good fort dueling tech, I suppose, but he is missing the other good things. So B-Man certainly not as happy in the fort mirror here, but Apooche is very low on health.
Apooche with the level 2 fortress says, I am not losing the right side anymore.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you think about it, like, B-Man's got like 2 fortresses on the left side, right? He's got the level 3 Farseer, it's basically a fort, and he's got the actual fort. So Apooche knows what's up.
The level 2 ranged fort will eat a level 1 non-ranged fort for breakfast.
Absolutely. And the anti-air barrage is not exactly doing a lot in that matchup either.
You know, he just justified that AM device, so he'll shoot down some of that barrage. That
True.
level 4 Phoenix might survive for a little while.
That is actually very true. I wonder if that was a thing he was concerned about last round, potentially. Surely it was the raise, but...
You know, that's a good point. Maybe it was.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? It really could be. Because, as you pointed out, like, it's far on the side, right?
Is going crazy there.
Yeah, for sure. As you said, Blue Fort is getting it done. Although that Phoenix might not be dying.
Oh, there's no anti-air left for that Phoenix.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Blue Fort doesn't care.
Oh, both the level 4 Phoenixes survive and they level up.
Wow. That is such a loss of XP for B-Man's board.
And
B-Man is loaning also, by the way, as is Apooche.
Makes sense. Game could have been over this round if B-Man had won the round.
For sure.
I wonder if Apooche is going to commit another tech to the Phoenixes or decide to get out of them now that B-Man has shown anti-air.
Yeah, I think as of this turn, he just had range, right? And it is, like, still fairly cheap to commit into shield at that point. They did just live anyways, though, so who knows? Maybe just doesn't care.
Yeah, the level 2 died pretty quickly, but the level 4 survived the entire round.
Mm-hmm.
Probably helped out a little bit by the AM device.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does go ahead and get out of level 2, like you said, and does level up the bigger one, though, still. I'm not feeling too hot about its odds of living, though, if it's got 4 AMA barrages going for it. We'll see.
Well, some of them aren't going to be in range. We do have ranged fortresses. They're going to be staying pretty far back.
That is true.
I did a quick Mustang check. Guess what level that laser sight Mustang is.
Is it level 9 yet? It is level 8. My gosh. It's also not top damage last round somehow. That's crazy. Is it level 2 fort and left side? I don't even see what's top damage. Oh, it's this middle fort. Interesting. Middle blue fort. It's middle right blue fort for Apooche.
Nice.
I think it's definitely farming in the fort.
B-Man says, I'm down to duel. You paid $1 million for your shields. Now I'm gonna pay a lot less for a lot worse shields, and I'm gonna get ranged double shot to kill all your forts with my forts. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got a level 3 fort over there still.
Yeah, just the level 3 fort alone might just, like, kill the entire board, honestly, if there's a Mustang alive to clean chaff for it, so... Personally, I'm not feeling too hot about B-Man's position here, with not winning the game last round. I feel like that was pretty key in this fort duel that's happening here.
And Apooche didn't even loan this round, so B-Man's gonna be down another several hundred supplies.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like Apooche agrees that he is no longer in any danger, given that he did not lose the previous round, and says, you know, we're in a fort duel and I have much better techs. It's impossible to lose.
Sometimes there's just nothing to spend the money on either.
Yeah,
Apooche
true.
already has level 2 defense enhancement, level 2 attack enhancement. Leveled up all the relevant units a million times. Are we gonna see elite? We got high level forts here. Oh, we
Oh,
do.
we do. Hell yeah. Let's go. That's got to be
And
my most
there's the
favorite tech in the
level
whole game.
9 Mustang.
Yeah, level 9 Mustang, level 4 fort with elites. That's so hype. Big forts is so fun, man. This thing has got
Oh, this is wonderful.
185 range and 58,000 attack. A blue fort, for reference, has 127,000 HP on the current board with level 2 tower defense, so it kills a level 2 fortress in almost 2 shots.
You know, that armor on the Phantom Rays isn't doing too much anymore against these level 9 Mustangs.
Yeah, level 9 Mustang has a base damage of 452 with the level 2 tower attack, so it's barely even losing 25% of its damage versus the blue rays. Worth noting though, the orange Mustang is however losing quite a lot, which is potentially relevant in the middle part of
True.
the board.
That is a good point. And Apooche actually bought a lone marksman to deal with that Phantom Ray.
The Copium Marksman. That's so funny. I love that.
Well, it leveled up last round, so it must have done something. Maybe it killed
Surely.
some Phantom Rays.
Surely marksmen are capable of doing things. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, you did 20% of a raise HP. Excellent work, marksman.
Well, the
Very proud of
Rays are
that guy.
dead.
Yeah,
Now
mission
Giga
accomplished.
Fort. Let's start watching this fort. Just shoot
Oh,
everything.
it already killed one. It's shooting a Mustang. It's got a
Oh,
blue fort unlock.
it found a
Boom,
fort.
gone.
Oh, it's
Insane.
about to find another fort. Oh, it found it.
Two
Oh,
tapped it
is that
again.
enough?
That is enough. Awesome game
GG.
from Apooche. Love to see the big forts. Super exciting.
Apooche developing the classic Mustang Phoenix board, waiting for a tank to drop from Bearlike, forts show up, and Apooche knows how to duel forts.
Absolutely, and really unfortunate for Bman here to be in a position where he wants to mirror this play, but has a very, very poor fort dueling bar by comparison. Wasn't a good position in terms of the HP to close out the game potentially, with some like crazy play on the left side maybe, but Apooche went straight for the blue fort in the left with range and barrier. Just did not give a chance for that to happen and closed out the game pretty cleanly.
Well, range double shot can actually be a very good fort dueling bar,
Oh, for sure, for
but
sure.
it's not elite with a level 4 fort.
Yeah, yeah, it's certainly not elite with a level 4 fort versus an opponent with 2 intensive trainings, right? Like, that is
Yeah.
quite a different beast than what most of your fort mirror is going to look like.